Hi guys, it's Janie here with the quick update to let you know that the October newsletter should be in your inbox now if you already subscribe to receive my emails. If you're not on our mailing list, then you can get on there via the homepage of the Janie Crow website. There's a little box towards the bottom where you can sign up to the newsletter, and by signing up to the newsletter you'll be the first to hear about all the things that are going on here. So it's October, as you obviously know. I can't believe where the weeks are going. It's all heading so quickly past us all, isn't it? So the October newsletter is a bit of a mishmash of stuff. There's an update on a few different things in there. I've also recorded a technique video that was requested by a lady called Caitlin Jameson, who asked about adding a crochet edge to a fabric. So what she wants to do is add a fabric backing onto one of the cushions that she's crocheted. So she wants a crochet front with a fabric back, and it's not a particularly easy thing to do, but what you can do is sew an edge around the fabric and then crochet onto that sewn stitch. So I've shown that in a short technique video. It's only about 13-14 minutes long, and you can find that on the YouTube channel now. I show it with chain stitch and blanket stitch, and you don't have to be a brilliant sewer to be able to do that. So that's the technique video this month, and if you want to request, if you've got any questions for me, you can send those in to us as well at the mail@janiecrow.co.uk email address. And it doesn't have to be a crochet related question. It can be, that's fine, but it can be a personal question as well if you want to ask me anything. A lady called Helen actually has emailed this month asking about the difference between why I'm sometimes known as Jane Crowfoot and why sometimes it's Janie Crow. And this information is on my website. It's on my about page on the website. And the basic reason is that people don't understand that my surname is Crowfoot, crow like the bird and foot like the end of your leg, and not Crawford or Crawfoot or Crowford. I get letters and phone calls all the time with the wrong surname, asking us for different names. So when I was thinking about a name for my company, if you're thinking about people putting things into search engines, far more easy to be Janie Crow. People remember that than Jane Crowfoot. And how do you spell Crowfoot? I'm not quite sure. So it was kind of for the business, it was a logical thing to do, Janie Crow. But when I do designs for myself or for a magazine or anything, I use my personal name, which is Jane Crowfoot. So that's why sometimes you see Janie Crow, sometimes you see Jane Crowfoot. I don't really mind what you call me. I like Janie these days. It's kind of like a nice, it's what my dad calls me, so it's kind of like a nice name, and I like that. It's more, I don't know, it's more sort of personal, I feel, than Jane. And as I said, the Crowfoot just always confused people. So it's crow like the bird, foot like the end of your foot, end of your leg. I always have to say that. So I hope that clears that question up for Helen, who asked it, and I do get asked it a lot, so that's hopefully the explanation there. So this month's newsletter, not a huge amount of different stuff in it. I did say in the video last time, when I did the newsletter video last month, that the patterns for the Una cushion would be out within the next couple of weeks. I've kind of left that a little bit. I don't quite feel Christmassy yet. I think there was a time when everybody was going full steam ahead into Christmas. Now, obviously, we've got Halloween on the horizon, and I just felt like if I launched into Christmas too early, I'd kind of lose the excitement of it all. So the Una cushions, these are knitted cushions, these two, red and cream, will be out within the next month probably. And I've also designed a couple of Christmas projects to go with these for little decorations. So I've designed some little stockings that you could maybe put some treats in to hang on the tree, and I've done some little hanging decorations as well. So those will be out within the next couple of weeks when we really can feel a bit more Christmassy. Let's get Halloween out the way and a few other things, and then launch into Christmas. The other thing, so a couple of things that are new on the website this month. One of the things that was put in the catalogue a while back were the hook wraps and pouches that I've had made. So these are the pouches that I've had made by a lady called Heather, and she, Heather Burgess, sorry, I couldn't remember her name for a second then. She runs a company where she makes these lovely little pouches and things out of Irish linen, and she's actually put my little birds and things on here. You can see little stitched birds on the pouches. So these are project pouches. These are beautifully lined, really, there's a pocket in that one as well, really nicely made. So she's made some project pouches. These have got little flowers that I've made for her to sew on there as well, crochet flowers. And she's also made some hook wraps, and these are made from a wool outer fabric, and inside, oh, just dropped it, and inside she's lined them really nicely with a good bit of pink and some lovely fabric, so that's for your hooks to go in. And again, it's got a nice little crochet flower on there as well. Heather's company is called Rag Button, and it's got her little label in there as well. And the hook wraps come with a little bag, and they come in a box as well, so they're a really nice present. So those are in the newsletter and newly on the website. We don't have many because they're all handmade and they're all slightly different, so we don't have a huge number of those, possibly about 10 different bags and about 10 different wraps as well. Don't forget, we also have the Janie Crow tea towels. So when I was talking about the way you can put an edging onto fabric, so if you wanted to make a backing for a cushion, another thing you could do is add an edging to a tea towel. So we have the Janie Crow tea towels. Don't forget about those. They're in store. Now they have my lovely birds on. I do love these. And quite a lot of people have bought these to embellish with embroidery and stuff, so you might want to have a look at those as well. What else? I've said about the tech video. That's about it, I think, for this month. I'm trying to think, we did a little in the newsletter, there's a little update on fashion trends about how knitwear is, or leisure wear is obviously massively fashionable because we're all laying on our settees, but there's a little bit in there about fashion trends. And yeah, I'm feeling a bit, I've lost my little, oh excuse me, my mojo a little bit for crocheting. I'm kind of a bit, I've been spending a lot of time on the website and getting we've got a new kind of venture ahead of us, so I've been spending time on that, but I really want to get back into my crochet designing. I've been at home, I've been working on the Stephen West knit along project, the MCAL, and that's been amazing. I've really enjoyed that, so I've been spending my evenings knitting, and I really need to get back into my crochet. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks I'll get back into that and actually have some new stuff to show. Don't forget that the new version of the fruit garden is going to start again in a few weeks with this colourway that I've called Love Is Enough. That starts again on the 3rd of November. I think the first set of downloads are going to be out for that. What you'll do is you'll actually download like a document that shows you where to exchange the colours from the original versions. Kits for these are pretty sparse. Kits for all of them are pretty sparse, but there's more yarn coming into stock very soon. So that's that. I'm going to leave you just with something. There's been some really sad news this week in relation to the guys at Fruity Knitting. Andrea and Andrew have had a bit of devastating news, so I'm not going to go into the details of that here, but I've put a link in my newsletter for you guys to go over and support them. If you don't get my newsletter but you're watching this, please head over to their feed on YouTube or their website and you know, take a look at what's gone on and maybe make a donation. I know money's tight, but it'd be really great if you could support them. I think the yarn community is a really strong community for us all to belong to. We get a lot of stuff for free all the time, you know, free patterns, free downloads, free YouTube videos and all that sort of stuff. I mean, Andrea and Andrew do a lot of what they do for free, so it would be amazing if you could go over and support them. So I'm finishing the video with a little bit of a downer, but you know, it's a difficult time for a lot of people, and I know that our crafts are all getting us through at the moment, and I'm so thankful to belong to, as I say, a community that are so supportive, and we all look after each other a bit, don't we? And I'm obviously hoping that my crochet mojo, my crojo, comes back over the next couple of weeks, and I hope that wherever you are, you're, you know, in a good state, you know, a good situation too, and that you're all keeping safe and well. And I'll see you back here in a couple of weeks' time. I'll see you soon.